Everybody, it's Vicky with Wonder Wraps and It Works independent distributor. I'm going to be starting something new, and I'm actually going to be doing some video blogging, so forgive me if it's a little bit rusty. It's my first time, so I'm going to kind of see how this goes and we'll kind of go from there. This is today's topic. All right, so talking about the power of time and persistence. Often when a person starts a new home-based business, we're incredibly excited. You want to get out there and you want to conquer the world, which is understandable. You know you made the right choice, or you found the right business partners, and you signed on with the right company. Then a bit of time passes, maybe a week go by, maybe a couple weeks go by, and maybe you haven't made quite what you thought you were going to be making. You get discouraged and maybe think about quitting. In fact, a lot of people quit because they haven't really made it big in the few short weeks or even months that they were kind of thinking that they were going to be. But if you really think about it for a minute, what were the expectations that you were told by the person that signed you up when you started your business? Were you told that you're going to be a super tremendously rich in a week? Or were you told that it was going to be a lot of hard work and it was a real business that required dedication and putting a lot of time and effort into it? Maybe you were told it would take the time and dedication, but people only really hear what you want. Maybe you heard bits and pieces and you thought, I can make this in a lot shorter time than what they're telling me. And you may have heard, but not directly heard, but may have heard by you, may have interpreted as a get rich quick sort of thing. But guess what? It's kind of a bit of a reality check. So no matter what kind of home business you start, it's always going to require at least two things to make it long-term income. First one is time. It's always going to be time, and the second is persistence and lots of hard work. So I guess that's really three things, but if you look at it this way, let's say you become a lawyer and you worked really hard for many years to get good grades. So you applied to many schools, you get accepted, you pay the tuition, you probably had to borrow a large amount of money to do that. So then you start law school, and 3 weeks or 3 months into it, you quit. So why did you quit? Probably because you weren't making $100,000 a year or so like you were probably promised. The problem you're probably thinking about is to be successful at anything in life, whether it's a new home business, a new weight loss venture, whatever you want to do. You absolutely have to have time and persistence, and you must work very hard at it. So turning it back to the home-based business, for example, the really good news is that you can start any number of home-based businesses for somewhere around $100 to $500, and you don't have to be accepted. You don't need to apply for it. Most of the times you receive training from the company you've chosen to show exactly how to make it work, which is great. A good deal can be done online, and you usually do have the opportunity to make at least some money from day one, which can be very promising. So if you pick the right business and the right company, many times you can reach that doctor level of income in roughly about 2 to 3 years. Sometimes faster, sometimes longer, and a lot of times you can do this all part-time. So let's see if we have this straight. A lawyer usually has to invest at least 4 to 8 years and hundreds and thousands of dollars, probably beyond your wildest dreams amount of debt, before they even have the opportunity to make any money. And there's not even a guarantee that there's going to be a job when they get out of school. But with a home-based business, you have the opportunity to do the same. But you can do it in 2 to 3 years, and you can start making at least some money from day one. So why would you quit after 3 weeks if you haven't made any money? Simply because they don't grasp the power of time and persistence. But if you understand the expectations of your opportunity and you realize that it takes more than a few weeks to really make a great income, there's learning time and grow time to take into account. What if you took 12 months to get even $2,000 a month working just part-time? That's great. What if it took you 24 months to get to $8,000 a month working part-time, which is awesome. Oh, and the best part of this income is that the income comes in whether you get out of bed or you don't. You want to work? Great. Put your heart and soul into it. If you don't, take a day off. Go to the beach, go to the park, play with your kids, play with your husband that no longer has to work. Once you've built your income, it keeps coming, it keeps growing without being needed to be sitting at a desk like I am. Many a times these income numbers can be reached in less time or more income. It just depends on you. What would it be worth it to you? The next time you're thinking of quitting your home-based business, I'd really like you to remember these two words, time and persistence, just like we talked about. Ask yourself the simple questions before you quit. Have you really given this enough time? Have you learned everything that you could? Have you followed through on all the training? Do you know everything from soup to nuts? Do you know it all? Am I fully engaged in the business? Are you really giving it your all? Are you treating it like a business, or are you treating it just like a part-time hobby? And are you really following the training that you learned and exposing myself to other businesses, other people to help promote yourself? If anyone that has ever been successful in business will always tell you that it most definitely takes more than 3 weeks. So you need to set your expectations realistically. You need to get involved. You need to do your training, and you need to be persistent. And in the end, you will definitely be rewarded. So if you're looking for something that you can apply part-time and persistence and make great income, are you looking for something that you can make money with immediately but have real expectations for big money in the long term? If you are, then leave your contact info below and I'll be glad to contact you. Thank you.